Hi everyone, back with a brand new video, and this time is the focus is on generating realistic and funny videos with Veo 3 from Google Gemini. So basically, what you can do here through your Gemini, and it's available also for free with a little bit of limitations, is to give it the prompt and generate a video. Now, giving a prompt is easy, but getting the consistency and the style and the output that you really have in mind, that's where it's get tricky. And today I'm going to show you two creative ways to run that, and you can basically use these prompts that I'm gonna share with you, the ones I'm using here, and repurpose them as necessary. So if you are on Gemini, you are able here in this setting to choose your uh, um, tool as the videos. And the videos here will be using the Veo model, which is the video generation model from Google. And in this case, we're gonna start with the first prompt. And this one is really funny, really short, that you can repurpose. And all of the videos are basically 8 seconds, but you can then generate these consistently and stitch them together. So in this case, our 8 second video will be a stop motion animation that is inspired by the paper cuts and paper engineered elements like Back into the School. And the theme here is Japan and visiting Japan or any cultural aspects relative to Japan. And I chose here the famous Torii Gates, Mount Fuji in the background, the cherry blossom season, and a full animation. So as you can see, just simple 6 lines, but I took care to really describe what I would love to get. And this is basically all of it. And I'm gonna launch this one, and you're gonna see the results in a few minutes. And you can see now that the video is ready. And the audio is also included, so it's not just the animation. And you can already see that paper cut feeling and shapes already happening. So I'm gonna walk you through. This is just an 8 second. Let's watch it together. And basically that's it. You have 8 second, really good design, very nicely themed about Mount Fuji, the Torii Gate, the cherry blossom, and the animation with the paper element is really a good touch. And the whole um, prompt is a very short one, but very detailed one. And this is a basic way to use it to get these kind of videos. Now, I'm gonna show you a second prompt that is more advanced, more technical, that will give you more control on the output. And this is basically in a JSON format with the key attributes and parameters detailed in a very granular way. So this is how it looks like actually. You have the shot, you describe the composition, extreme close-up, 50 millimeter macro lens, rail of smooth, perfect slide. So this is like how we want the composition to go. What's the camera motion? This is another second attribute that we need to describe. Very slow, deliberate left to right slide, etc. The frame rate, 60 FPS. The film grain, very subtle organic film grain like fine rice paper. And then we start with the subject. Under the subject, we're gonna have other attributes. The description, a graceful, steady hand with clean fingertips. The wardrobe, a delicate dark indigo kimono. Sleeve with a subtle cherry blossom pattern. The character consistency, a single hand representing hope and tradition. And then we move to describing the scene in terms of location, time of day, and environment. What other additional visual details we want to add, like action, props, physics, like lighting, etc. And then another focus on the cinematography itself, like the lighting, the tone, the color palette, etc. And we push it even further with the audio to really control the audio output itself. So for example, you can add dialogue. In this case, we're not gonna put anything. We add primary sounds, the ambient sounds, and any environmental details. For example, quiet sound of the shishi odoshi, which is the bamboo water fountain. Any music, if necessary, technical effects, and then the style itself, the visual aesthetic, the aspect ratio, the widescreen cinematic ratio, and the quality. So you can see here, there's a lot of details, very specific, that the model here, Veo, would take into consideration and bring that quality of the expected output. And this is what we're gonna try this time. So we're gonna submit it, give it a few minutes, and then we'll see the result. And we can see here already that the video is ready. Let's start watching it first, and then we're gonna see the details. And that's it. So you can see the details on the kimono, the colors, the cherry blossom, the bamboo, the lighting, the ratio. All of these have been taken into consideration to put the final video output, compare it to the initial prompt that we described in a very, very granular and specific way. So basically, we have two ways. You have the short way, you still describe it, but instead of a generic description like, okay, give me a video about Japan, no, you're gonna describe the scene in a very creative way, colors, location, structure, etc. And then a more advanced one would be this approach with the metadata like the grain, the film rate, the subject description, the wardrobe, what you would like to people to be wearing, the context they will be in, the physical location, the time of day, etc. And all of these are things that you can control and adjust in order to get a consistent output like this. So you can imagine 8-second different scenes that could be stitched together to bring you to a 30-second or a minute type of marketing video that you would like to produce. So hope this helpful. I'm gonna share the two prompts. Let me know your thoughts. Comment also your with your production and links, and let's take it further down. Thank you, and to the next video.